This is the Miles and Points report on Wednesday, May the 18th. Not Miles and Points report, that's the other show. This is the Travel Minutes. Rudy Maxa is out on assignment today. He's on his way to Dallas speaking at an event there this tomorrow. I'm Tommy Danielson, and I am Rudy's business partner and also run the Frequent Travel University, which is the co-host of this show that we started to do 5 minutes in the morning. We're trying to do it a little bit speedier this year. What I found interesting reading the news this morning in Everything Travel, we reported yesterday that Japan is going to be reopening for tourists very soon, and a lot of people didn't read through everything, including Rudy and I also. It's important. The Points Guy reported this morning an important article that I think everybody who's thinking about going to Japan should read. Right now, they're doing test tours with very, very small amounts of people for the next couple of months. They may open to any normal sense of what is normal to Japan. 99.5% of travel to Japan has been pulled back throughout the pandemic. They are doing a very, very, very microscopical amount of people per day. Just a few hundred people per day gets to enter Japan on these test tours that has been reported. The Points Guy, it's said in this article that they're claiming that you should wait to travel to Japan until 2023. Not sure if looking at other media, have Japanese media has reported that I've done a research on this morning that that's actually the case. But it's definitely those $200 fares to each way to Japan from here on the West Coast is definitely not. It's definitely still available for that reason. But I think it's important that everybody pay a little bit more attention to what the restrictions are before booking Japan at this point. It's another interesting article this morning, as some of people have who follow the news, and Rudy and I also reported on this about a month ago, that Russia has literally the biggest theft in history, taken over the planes that are owned by foreign carriers. It was reported that 400 aircraft is leased by Western firms. It's actually about 600. But in an interesting move in this week is that Aeroflot did a responsible thing, and they bought 8 Airbus 330s that they were leasing so they can fulfill their contractual obligations. And I think that that's a good sign that sanity still prevails, and Aeroflot is looking beyond this crisis that is happening right now with the Russian aggression. And they purchased these planes to fulfill their obligations, which is a good, which in the future means that they will easily be able to, when things hopefully return back to normal, it will be easier for them to return to business and to purchase plane and to lease planes in a professional way, because that's obviously something that they're hoping for. So that's an interesting move. We also see that Korean Air has resumed their Airbus 380 service from Seoul to JFK. Makes it easier if you have those miles and points to transfer over to Korean Air or to any other SkyTeam carrier. Lots of availability on this flights. It also has a massive amount of premium seats, so that's a good opportunity if you're on the East Coast to get to Asia with using miles and points for sure. We also saw that there was Brian Summers, who's speaking actually at our Loyalty Summit on June 16th in Chicago. He sat down with Prashant Sharma, the head of SkyMiles at Delta, and it was an interesting podcast. If you have time, put it on your it's on the Skift website. It's where the claim is really that Delta's holistic approach to what an award is valued at, and that they see it as a normal thing and don't defend massive prices, high, 3 or 4 times higher than their competitors when you redeem your miles on Delta Airlines SkyMiles program. It's an interesting podcast. If you are a Delta flyer or a loyalist, I would definitely listen to it to feel how the management sees on these 500,000 miles to travel one way in business class. Is quite the interesting approach that the head of SkyMiles put out there yesterday or a couple of days ago. We also talked a little about yesterday about credit cards. And what we talked, there's a lot of scuttlebutt going on about the Capital One moves in the business. What has been unique to American Express and then later was picked up by Chase. But now we're seeing Capital One has a 17 or 18 transfer partners. When I say transfer partner, I mean when you have Capital One miles, you usually get a credit back for your tickets that you purchase, which is a cash transaction, which is not really a good way of using your miles value-wise. So they have a new card called the Venture X, which was launched at the same time as they acquired the portal that delivers the hotel portal that delivers the hotel program, which gives you 10 miles per dollar spent. Gary Leff over at View from the Wing is talking about the regular Venture card, and that it gives 2 miles per dollar spent on absolutely everything. He is right that it does. I think that if you're going to have one card, it definitely should be the Venture X, because the value you get from having these for paying the annual fee of $395 is just much greater than what you get back for it. But for everyday spend, the Venture X Capital One card gives 2 miles per dollar spent. It is the card that you should use to pay for anything, to be quite honest with you. It is definitely Amex, Chase, anybody. They have massive amounts of categories. When you're going to Home Depot, when you're going to, you pay the tuition, you pay whatever the case may be, you pay rent, you pay or you all those 1X categories. You should most definitely use look into the Capital One cards. Rudy just got it. I got it a little bit a while back when it became available in October of last year. It's covered widely today, and it's definitely something that we also recommend for sure. All right, those are the quick takes of what's going on in travel and the Miles and Points report. And we were able to get it down to 8 minutes today. So that's not bad at all. It helps that Rudy and I are not yapping. Rudy and I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we will see you then. Have a good day, and thanks.